This video will teach you how to release content with the adaptive release features. I'm using a course I taught in the past, Introduction to Psychology, as a demonstration. With the adaptive release, you can customize the release of your course content and create a more interactive experience for your students. There are two types of adaptive release, the basics and advanced. With basic adaptive release, you can apply one rule to content item. With advanced adaptive release, you can set more complex release criteria. This video will focus on the basic adaptive release. Before we start, make sure you turn on the edit mode. This allows you to manipulate the course content. Let me demonstrate the adaptive release function with the course content here. Let me click Content and then Week 4. You can see there are various materials in the folder. For example, I would like to release the lecture PowerPoint at a specific date. First, I click the action link of the file, and then I choose Adaptive Release. The first criterion you can choose is date. You can choose to display the content after a planned date and time. You can also choose to display the item until a specific date and time. For other purpose, you can choose which students or students groups to have access to this content. You can choose by their net ID or choose the groups directly. If you want to give access to supplementary contents for students fulfilling certain grade-related criteria, you can choose under Grade. Select the Grade Center column and select the condition, whether the students have at least once attempt for the item, score less than or greater than a certain standard, or falling between a certain range of grade. The last criterion is based on the situation whether the students has reviewed another content item or not. All criteria in the rule must be satisfied before the item is released. The more criteria add to a rule, the more restrictions on the release of that item. It makes it more difficult for students to gain access. After you select all the options, you can click Submit. The adaptive release is now completed.